where I got my mic. All right, so we're building on generational wealth, or what's true generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? And how to tap into your generational inheritance, your spiritual inheritance. All right, I was down here tucked down by myself, but I got some company now because of that magnetic attraction is popping. I'm telling you. Of course it attracts men. Let me show you. What you call it? It was a volcano. The volcano went off the other day, so it got all kind of just rain and everything, and so a lot of stuff came down from the mountain, and it's like the ocean is really murky and dirty and shit. So ain't nobody been getting in it. And it'd be crazy if you get in it. He's one of the crazy ones. And I'm just sitting. I'm just now coming down here, just to sit down and relax for a second, just to dip down so nobody can see me. But you gotta come all the way down. Anyhow, though, generational wealth, man. You know, um, are we talking about money? Or are we talking about spiritual? Now, the money, that's good. That's called a corporeal thing, or corporeal matter, basically. To take care of yourself, to, what I'm saying, if you have discipline on what you can eat, now you buy your food, because everybody don't have money. It's been set as not to be fair for everybody to have it. When you have immigrants coming over and they get more money than the actual native and sovereigns that's getting cheated out of their actual land, then you know something's wrong. We don't know who's in rule, but it seems like the one who is in rule is pretty daggone wicked. And a lot of things went down in school through the curriculum. And I'm talking about public schools or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, and you were taught a certain way to believe a certain thing. And so this is why you have an outcome to be a certain way. And so, generational wealth, tapping into it. You're tapping into your spiritual inheritance, your secret DNA, dormant DNA. Like, how do I do that? Well, to tap into that, you gotta go celibate. You gotta have celibacy for a season. You don't have to go for a long time, but long enough to be longer than 14 months. The celibate is what's gonna do is gonna ignite this light body. Remember, you're Jacob's seed, so this is the secret. No matter what book they reveal, if you have the discernment, you're gonna see the truth up in there because the truth is universal. All right. Remember, you're victorious always and forever. Your culture is divine, and the way you live your life is victorious. If you're a chosen one or a ripened seed of the Most High Creator and sacred to the Creator, you're sacred to Him. So you got an investment to make sure you keep your ass safe. You don't want to say too much, but a lot of mother's on your ass nowadays because the spirit is a spiritual war. And so to tap into it, if they see you tapping into it, they're going to be sending certain druids your way. Beings who are not vibrating at a certain frequency, or not vibrating at the frequency where you can not only surpass, but you can dominate that frequency. But being that you're lower than them, they keep you low to keep producing this dopamine up in you. And you can't get to your spiritual inheritance or your generational wealth that's been stored up for you for eons. Speaking of eons, there's a certain kind of angel called Eon. Yeah, travel the world like the Star Trekians. So anyhow, though, they took your information, they took your science, they abrogated your books. You just know that, okay? They changed the timelines up. They did all these things. They did a number on you. If they done did all kind of shit in so-called slavery where they done fucked men's children and raped their daughters and took their wives and mamas and all of this shit and just did everything and had their way, because it was told in the Bible, remember, you're a prophetic culture. You're dealing with Nagas or niggas or American nigga or the Amaru Naga, because they try to say you ain't got shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? But yet they come up in your hoods and set up stores, convenience stores, and they get mad at you for being like 3 cents short. But you just got rich in my neighborhood. And let alone you got somebody that got killed in front of the stores in your neighborhood by the police. Let alone all the millions of dollars that the little motherfuckers are spending in your store. So to tap into your spiritual inheritance, you're going to have to wing yourself off of the spending. You have a spending disease, or going to the store disease, like everyone else. They have a shopping disorder. They buy things that they haven't even created, not even made. It took away from their own self and being, like their own creativity, what the Most High has given to them to make sure that they can be all that they can be with all the gifts, skills, and talents that they gave them. And talent was called money back in the so-called biblical days, right? Talent. You got talent, you can buy shit. But they have made it somehow, some kind of way that niggas can't really get shit. Niggas make money, it's illegal. You can't even pass money on the street. They're like, nigga, what you doing passing money on the street? You doing something illegal. Because they made sure you can't make money legally, or they made it so stressfully that you can't even go to work and do it. 8 hours a day. You have to be totally beat down to go to work 8 hours a day and come home. And can't even be happy with your wife because this man that took all your time at work, your best hours of your day. You know, I worked overnight. I learned the science. Shit. I did the overnight gig, and I still got my daytime hours in the sun. You know, but they'll take all your time. You won't have no time to create. You be sitting there just thinking all the shit you're gonna do with your money and what you're gonna create, how you're gonna do this, that, and the third. You can't even get rich because now you got a spending problem. What happens if you do get rich? What kind of hell did you go through? Do you know how to save? Do you know how to generate that money? What do you invest in? What can you invest in this world that you know is going to surely last? Can you buy all the apartment buildings back and then put all the niggas up in there? Who are you buying it from? Is that a way of them giving back the shit if you buy it from them? See, it's a lot of things that's going on. Mother's not really letting you know about. And tapping into your spiritual wealth, your spiritual generational wealth is key to your happiness, your joy. I done seen something with Shaquille O'Neal talking about, man, he ain't gonna give his kids nothing or his children nothing. He ain't gonna leave nothing saved up. And this nigga had $500 million in the bank. It's cool. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I'm saying? It's only niggas that's under the mask to say some shit like that. I mean, Jordan married to a little Caucasian woman, you know what I mean? So she's in his inheritance now. Granted, he has a daughter that's taking care of the company a little bit. But you're supposed to set it up where your lineage, your generation is supposed to have wealth, where they can add on to what you built for them. Hey, Dad, I work for you. I can't work for you, Dad. Shaquille O'Neal, I can't be the president of the company where we're selling this, that, and the third, and I become Reebok something. I can't do that, huh? I got to go and find my own way. This is goes to shows and prove this is like a Brewster's Millions. For those of you who don't know what Brewster's Millions is, it's like a movie with Richard Pryor. He did this where he had to get $30 million to spend in like 30 days or something like that. And this is what these athletes is doing. Like they're giving people $250 million contracts. You can't even imagine. What the fuck can you do with $250 million besides build a state? You should be able to buy a whole state back, right? No, you're not going to be able to do it. It's just a fun number to look at. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kevin Garnett figured that out. And I haven't seen nobody really stretch their multi-million-dollar contracts out for over a period of years. I mean, they're still owned by certain things. Now they got certain deals with, because you got people who are side hustlers too. You know, they come and take in off your talent and make more money than you do off your talent, like a boxing promoter. So they be mad when your ass. Hold on, wait. They be mad when your ass buy your freedom. And if you buy your freedom out of their contract, it's Khan now. You know what I'm saying? Khan is priest for Hebrew. You know, king. I mean, not Khan, but priest, but it's king. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, they don't want you to pass down your generational wealth that you done made. And it's kind of fucked up. You know, it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. Why? It's because they want to make it hard. They want to see God. That's all it is. They want to see God. But it's like you shouldn't have to be like that because you're building up your generational wealth. But hey, to each his own. As far as like with the Most High, you tapping into your source, building and tapping into your generational wealth, which is having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Living your culture, which is divine, and being in tune equally with all things. Destroying, proving that you the God seed, and building, destroying anything that you need to do, and adorn yourself. That's what the Most High does. It's called living your culture, man. And you naturally are a master. So by giving, that strengthens the spirit. Like you can give something to somebody, $500,000, but you may not give your kinfolk something. That just goes back to dealing with the psychology disorder. You're dealing with cluster B personality disorder. They treat their closest loved ones like shit because they're always gonna be there. They be your closest one. You can have a narcissistic parent that may not even never value your ass. You could be the most talented person in the world. They'd never value you or validate you. So now you in the world trying to get validation from man. Trying to get judgment from man. And now you're trying to depend on man. And the Most High told you not to do that. So now you done took away from your faith, something that you was naturally born with. You was a ripened seed, called a faithist. All this was taken away from you. Why? Because you wasn't in your right power. Now, today's wisdom, understanding, all being born of power, refinement, and you wasn't wise to your understanding. You didn't know because you didn't see the power that you possess. You didn't see the energy and force and magnetism that you had due to the knowledge that you can use by refining your cipher or your circumference. Seeing the intelligence power her, your woman. Your intelligence can't even power your woman no more. They have the power of your woman's intelligence now. They give you the body. Now you get to do this, that, and the third. Should have an abortion or whatever. Now that spirit, that's an abortion, got to get taken care of. Certain women that had abortions, they done been so low. Poor man, you can't even look at them. Their spirit is like dark. So you as a human can't take care of them. That's why you can't be out here just fucking anybody. If you want to tap into your spiritual inheritance, this is what you're gonna have to do. You got to sacrifice something. It's more than just sitting down and reading a book all day, like the Quran, or just reading the Bible or the Torah all day long. What's that gonna do if you don't apply the energy force in your magnetism, your power, especially as a man? You had to be a born again virgin again, G. This is gonna set the real from the fake. This is the new future. We are a prophetic culture. You prophesize through the stars, but now you just got off call. You just got off track. Now the women is worse than the men. They're reflecting our subconscious now. So in order for us to get our shit back, we're gonna have to deal with ourselves only, and we might miss a couple seasons with the women. But guess what? The Most High produce a woman for you if you truly desire it. This is like your Job season right now. You have to get your shit back and get your shit together. And this is what you have to do first. You got to take back the temple. You got to be like, man, because there's going to be some bitches coming to you, man. I'm keeping it real. And this is how the angels talk. There's going to be some bitches coming to your ass, man. You got to show and prove that you're stronger than them. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of spiritual druges or a whole bunch of spiritual low vibratory entities that's going to be inspiring you and trying to get you to do it. But once you build and fortify your energy, oh, you're going to be on point. Now you got enough to tap into your spiritual inheritance. Now you can resist. And they send you some bad. They send some mugs, man. Some bad mugs. What you would think is bad, like what the average person would think was bad, it's something they won't even look that way. It'll be their energy. And their energy be strong as hell in your ass because they got a multitude of spirits within one body that can draw your ass up. I know they said that about Jesus. You know, he came across a motherfucker in the Bible. They came across a multitude of spirits. It was like, damn. He had to get the spirits up out of them and put them in the swine because, you know, the animals, the divided hoods and stuff like that, they were easier to put evil spirits in or more possessed spirits in. So that's what happened. So most, you know, that if you can take the moral of that story, the Jesus story, or the Yeshua story, or whatnot you want to say, the Zarathustra story, because that's where it's all coming from. They're like, what's Zarathustra? Only the ones who know. And we're going to add on to that later. But however, you see that he was already tapped into that generational wealth. And that, just giving you the example, like everyone can be tapped into this wealth. You got to have the discipline. But first it's going to be shown with the tribe of Judah is the head of the world. Once you get it in play, everybody steps in. You see what hip-hop came from the gutter, man. Now look at it. It's worldwide. Everybody can't do that. I hear it played every day. And people can't even rap. So tapping into your spiritual inheritance. If you're thinking about money, the money can buy you things on earth, but it can't buy you certain things within the spiritual realm, which lasts longer than money. And money is considered the corporeal realm. And most I got a lot of things about money. It says a lot of things about money. It's not about being poor as a poor mindset. You can be rich and have understanding that surpasses every man. Peace that surpasses all man's understanding. They don't know how you got it anyways. That wisdom is worth more than rubies and gold. You know, these things that go on. Because it's set up to a point where your ass, it's set up to a point where you will be on first resurrection for a long season if you don't figure this out. This is why you're supposed to get older and just deal with the certain things of the personality disorders and your triggers and shit like that. But now you're in a time where all of this is coming together. It's deep. So when I say first resurrection, that's upon dying. Everybody think that you're going to a certain heaven and it's kumbaya, and that's like shit. And this time it's not going to be that way. It's not like that. Yeah, first resurrection beings don't even know that they're dead. Then they're like, oh shit, they are. But they don't have the answer to the all creator or where the all creator at, because why? They haven't perfected their spirits enough to wean themselves off of corporeal realities. This is how they get in tune with the most higher, their higher exalted angels or the ancestors. Not gonna talk to you. Hey Swift, okay, I got you. I help you out. All right, so tapping into your spiritual inheritance, it's like, remember, you're the seed of Jacob. The secret is you got the Jacob ladder, which is 33 vertebrae, and you got to climb that light body all the way up from the bottom to the top. Get lit and keep it that way. That's how you're gonna tap in, because you ain't gonna be reading the Torah every day. Think you're gonna tap into some shit? You're gonna be like, but enlightenment comes from when you actually experience shit and you meditate about things are revealed to you at that point. I love y'all, and glory be to the Most High, always and forevermore. I'll be with you next.